So everybody please come to a seat at the front of your mat. Thank you all for joining us. I'm so happy to have you all here. So fun to have all of you in this class. So today we are going to be doing a 60-minute Vinyasa flow class together. We will be working up to half moon pose, ardha chandrasana. Perhaps if you took Rebecca's class on Tuesday, you also got to explore this pose. So just to begin, I was thinking about how I wanted to open this class, and I decided that I wanted to go back to a book that we read in our yoga teacher training, which is called The Myths of the Asanas, and it gives a bit of background to these poses. So to begin, I just want to tell you a little bit of the myth behind the pose of half moon. And this pose, or this story begins with Ganesh, the elephant god, who is known for his love of sweet treats and indulgence. So one day Ganesh is sitting around eating all of these sweet treats, sweet cakes. He stuffs his belly so full that he decides that he can't possibly walk home, but he needs to get home so that he can relax because his belly is so stuffed. So he calls on his trusty steed, which is a little mouse, to take him home. Now, Ganesh is known not only for his love of treats, but also for his impeccable balance as a yogi. So he has to climb on this tiny little mouse, this big elephant god, and really balance on his way home. And they're starting their journey on home. It's going smoothly until a long cobra crosses their path and spooks the mouse. The mouse flies over to one side and Ganesh falls to the other side, and his belly, full of his delicious sweet treats, bursts open. And he's really upset. So he scurries around, picks up all of these treats, stuffs them back into his belly, and ties the cobra around his belly as a belt to keep those treats in place where they belong. And so it's fine, he's figured it out until he looks up at the sky and he notices that the moon has been watching this whole thing go down and is just cracking up, is laughing so hard. And this really irritates Ganesh. So he breaks off one of his tusks and he hurls it at the moon and curses the moon to never shine again. Now, without the moon, it was eternally daylight on Earth. It's hot and scorched, and everybody was really upset about this. Nobody could really go outside. And so one day, some other gods climb up to Ganesh's home and appeal to him. They say, please bring back the moon. And he says, okay, I'll bring back the moon, but on one condition. The moon must wax and wane and will only be able to shine to its fullest potential once every 4 weeks. So everybody agrees to this. The moon learns its lesson, and so does Ganesh, because he always carries that tusk that he hurled with him as a reminder of when he lost his balance. So what we can take from this in our yoga practice is that we all have opposing things within us. We have light and we have dark, and it's a gift to have both within us. And hopefully we will be able to find joy in both the shadows of the darkness and in the light of the day. So I hope you remember that as we practice. I know it was a bit of a long story, but let's begin our movement together. So please come to your back. Take the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out wide. Take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and start to feel your belly and chest rise and fall as you breathe. Settle into your breath and settle into your body. As we practice together today, I want to remind you that everything that I offer is just a suggestion. If there's anything that feels wrong in your body or something that would feel better, please listen to yourself and listen to your body and do what feels best for you. On your next inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Plant your left foot on the ground and take your right foot up to the sky, extending it long. This is when you can use a strap if you want to loop it around your foot, or hold the back of your thigh with your hands. Push the sole of your foot up to the sky and feel the length along the back of your leg. Start to take some gentle movements in your lifted leg, starting with some circles, starting small and getting bigger. Start to move the other way. And when you're ready, start to bring your right leg out to the right, opening into your inner right thigh. Take your left hand to your left hip, grounding your left hip. You can release your left leg long too, if that would feel good. Come back through center and take your foot to the other side, this time feeling the stretch on your outer right hip. Come back through center and switch. Left leg reaches up to the sky, right leg grounds or extends long. Again, start to take any movements that feel intuitive, bending and straightening your knee, taking circles with your foot. Press your heel away from your hip. Switch directions if you've been doing any circles. And let's take our left leg out to the left. Keeping your foot flexed and feeling the stretch in your inner left thigh. Breathe into your inner thigh here. And come back through center. Come over to your right side. Again, getting that stretch in the outer hip there. Take one more full round of breath here. Come back through center. Hug your knees into your chest once more. Give yourself a hug. And roll to one side and come up through tabletop. Once you've arrived in tabletop, start to move in any way that feels good. Doing some cat-cows, taking hip circles, starting to wake up your spine, wake up your body. Good. Maybe you come back through child's pose. Keep breathing into your side bodies here, feeling your ribs expand and noticing how the movement of your hips relates to the movement of your spine. On your next inhale, take your right foot back behind you, tuck your toes. Swing your right leg out to the right side of your mat and come up onto your right hand, lifting your left hand up, half gate. Take some arm circles here, moving forward and backwards. Maybe even opening up into a back bend. Feel the stretch along your left side body. And feel your hand, knee, and foot ground. On your next inhale, come through tabletop, and we'll take half gates on the second side. Your right foot extends back, tucking your toes. Left heel turns to the left side of your mat. Rise up, look up. Take those arm circles. Feeling the length in your right side body this time and the strength. When we come into half moon pose, this would be a great alternative if half moon pose is not in your practice. Come back through center. Take one more inhale and exhale in tabletop. And then press back up to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out in downward facing dog. Start to feel into this first down dog of practice. And when you're ready, walk your feet up towards your hands, forward fold. Take a moment in forward fold. Maybe grab your elbows with either arm, swing side to side. Feel your spine and back body release. On your next inhale, rise all the way up, arms overhead, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay for 3 breaths. Close your eyes. Remember the story of Ganesh and the moon. We'll begin to take some sun salutations, starting with sun salutation A. On your next inhale, arms rise up overhead, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, partway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, press up, baby cobra. Inhale in cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog, again, feeling into this pose at the beginning of practice. On your next inhale, come up to your tiptoes and walk your feet into your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold once more, and on your inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll take that once again. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale in plank with a lift of your low belly. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Stay for 3 breaths. Inhale, look between your hands, step or hop back to the top of your mat. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Sun salutations with Malasana. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, bring your feet to the outside of your mat, and exhale, squat down to a low squat, Malasana. Inhale to forward fold, I think. Exhale to forward fold. Yeah. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, walk your hands up, this time outside of your hands, coming back to Malasana, low squat at the front of your mat. Inhale in Malasana, and exhale to fold. There we go. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay for a full round of breath. We'll do that once more. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale to Malasana. Feet go wide. Beautiful. Inhale in Malasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale to partway lift. Exhale, fold forward once again. Inhale, step back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale to chaturanga. It's a lot harder when you're not doing it. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to forward to downward facing dog. Stay in down dog for a full round of breath. On your next inhale, step or jump your feet forward to Malasana. Inhale in Malasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, fold once again. And inhale, come all the way up. Moving on to sun salutations with Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And step your right foot back. Drop your right knee, rise up, coming to Anjaneyasana. Inhale and exhale here. Plant your hands around your front foot and step back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog. Inhale, pull forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga to cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, dropping your back knee, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your hands around your front foot and step forward to forward fold. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. We'll take that one more time on the second side. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, partway lift. Exhale, fold once more, this time stepping your left foot back, left knee drops, rise up, low lunge. Inhale and exhale here. Exhale, plant your hands around your front foot, step back, down dog. Inhale, pull forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Left leg comes forward between your front hands. Drop your back knee, rise up. Exhale, plant your hands around your front foot. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up this time. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, arms rise up once more. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up part way. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down all the way. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Plant your foot between your hands, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Spin your back foot down, come into warrior 2. Feel your front foot ground and lift to the crown of your head here, expanding through your arms. On your next inhale, turn your front toes to the long end of your mat, arms come overhead. Inhale, and exhale, bend your back foot coming to warrior 2, facing the back of your mat. Inhale, arms rise up again, coming to the side of your mat, and exhale, find warrior 2, again, facing the front of your mat. Once again, feet turn to the long end of the mat, arms rise up, strong and tall. Exhale, turn your back foot, warrior 2, back of the mat. Inhale to center. Exhale, warrior 2, front of the mat. Stay for a breath. Flip your front palm and rise up and back, coming into peaceful warrior. Come back through warrior 2, bend your right arm. Right forearm connects with right thigh, coming into extended side angle. Left arm reaches up or finds your hip. Stay for another breath. Inhale back to warrior 2. Turn your front toes to the long end of your mat, hands to your hips, wide-legged forward fold. Hands come to the mat below you or to either ankle. Staying low, turn your right toes to the front of your mat again, coming into low lunge, and then step back into downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, take your right foot up and back, 3-legged dog. Step your right foot in between your hands, rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Feeling some expansion in your chest. Breathe wide across your chest. Inhale, turn your toes to the long end of your mat. Arms come up. Exhale, warrior 2, facing the back of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale to center. Exhale, warrior two, front of mat. Once again, inhale to center. Exhale to the back of your mat. Nice. Come back through center. And find warrior two facing the front of your mat. Nice. Ground through the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Flip your front hand, reach up and back, finding peaceful warrior. Nice. Exhale to extended side angle. Beautiful. Feel some expansion in your left side body here. Stay for one more full round of breath. Come back up to warrior two. Hands to hips. Right foot turns to the side of the mat. Hinge from your hips, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Hands come below you or come to your ankles. Nice. On your next exhale, stay low, turn forward to the front of your mat, finding low lunge. Step back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, pull forward into plank. Stay in plank for a full breath. Inhale into the back of your heart. Exhale, come down to your mat. Inhale, find cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, take your right foot up and back, 3-legged dog. Option to bend your knee, open your hip, scorpion dog. Bring your foot back to center, even out your hips, and step your right foot in between your hands, coming up to crescent lunge. Spin open to warrior two. Inhale, flip your front hand, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. This time coming so far back, you lengthen your front leg, bringing it to straight. Take your hands to your hips now and start to fold forward over your front foot, coming into triangle pose. This would be a good time to find a block if you want, taking the block to the outside of your right foot. As you fold, start to turn your chest open to the left side of the room. Option to extend your hand up and look up. Stay for a breath. Bring your hand back to your hip. Come back up, hugging your side waist in. Take a bend to your front foot once again, warrior two. And then spin forward to crescent lunge. Stay in crescent lunge. Start to bring a little bit of your weight into your right foot and take some weight off your back foot, stepping up and forward, coming in to warrior three. Bringing a lift in your low belly, pressing the back of the room away with your lifted foot, finding length in your spine. Sweep your foot through, bringing your knee to your chest. Inhale here. Maybe you take your right hand to your right hip and open your knee out to the side. Come back through center, hugging your knee back into your chest. Feeling a stretch in the front of your right leg. And then exhale back to crescent lunge. Plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Same sequence, second side. Inhale, rise your right. No, we're doing the other side. Left foot up and back. Open your hip, scorpion down dog. Come back through center and step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Open up to warrior two. From warrior two, flip your front palm. Inhale up and back to peaceful warrior, stretching your front leg long so it's straight. Yeah, nice. Hands come to hips. Fold forward over your front leg. Find a block. Bring it to the outside of your foot. Fold, and once you have folded, start to twist open. Hand stays on hip or reaches up to the sky. Stay for one round of breath. Come back through warrior two. And spin forward to crescent lunge. Now from crescent lunge, start to bring the weight into your right foot. Come up to warrior three, lifting your right foot. Press the back wall away. Lift in your low belly. Feel one line of energy between your hands stretched out in front of you and your foot pressing away. Inhale, sweep your foot through, hugging your knee into your chest. Nice. Maybe you take your hip wide open, bringing a little bit of openness into that hip. Nice. Come back through center. And step your foot back into crescent lunge. Beautiful. Come back through downward facing dog. Take your knees out wide, find child's pose. On your next inhale, press back to downward facing dog. And from here, again, take that right foot up and back. Open up your hip, find scorpion dog. Option to flip over into wild thing if you'd like. Unflip your dog, come out of wild thing. Nice, come to center and then step your right foot back between your hands. Nice. Come up, crescent lunge, and spin open to warrior two. Inhale, flip your front foot, reach up and back, peaceful warrior, and fold forward, finding extended side angle. Maybe this time your hand comes to the mat or you find a bind. Release the bind if you've chosen to take one. Stay in extended side angle or start to bring some weight into your front foot, finding a block with your right hand. Step out of your left foot, come in to half moon. Find a lift in your lifted leg, feeling strong and firm. Maybe take a bend to your right leg. Lift your left hand away from your left hip. Maybe you look up to your hand. Stay for one more breath. And step back to warrior two. Good job, everyone. Cartwheel your hands down around your front foot and step back to downward facing dog. This time, inhale your left leg up and back, opening up, finding wild thing if you'd like. Unflip your dog, even out your hips, and step your left foot in between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Open up to warrior two. Second side. Inhale, flip your palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Hug your side waists in. Option to take your hand to the mat or find a bind. Stay in extended, or release the bind if you've taken one. Stay in extended side angle, or start to shift your weight into your front foot. Lift your back leg off the mat, finding half moon, second side. Rotate your chest to the side of the mat. Maybe you look up to your hand. Feeling strong in your planted foot, in your ankle, all the way up to your hip. Stay for another breath. I fell. Okay, step back to warrior two. And cartwheel your hands down, pressing back to downward facing dog. Well done, everybody. Beautiful. Again, take your knees wide to the sides of your mat. Sit down over your heels, child's pose. Stay for one more breath. And then inhale, stretch all the way up and lay down belly and chest on the mat. Take your arms alongside of your body. Head comes to center. We're going to find locust pose. So on your next inhale, your arms, chest, and head lift. Rise up. Press the tops of your feet and your pubic bone down into the mat and find a lift in your chest. Broaden your chest, engage your core, lift in your low belly. Exhale down to the mat. Turn your cheek to one side. Come back through center. We'll take another locust. This time, option to raise your legs if you'd like. On your next inhale, arms, chest, and head lift. Maybe your legs lift with you. Keeping your low belly tucked. Inhale here. And exhale, release down to the mat. Cheek turns to the other side. This time, come back through center. This time you have the option to bring your knees in towards your bum, finding bow pose, or take another locust, whatever seems like it would be best. So if you've chosen to do bow, take the backs of your feet in your hands, and on your inhale, press your chest and head up, pressing your feet into your hands. Come up, find your breath. Stay for one more breath. And exhale, release down to the mat. Windshield wiper your knees to either side, or your feet to either side, releasing your low back, and take your legs long. Beautiful, everybody. Next, we'll press back up to downward facing dog for our last downward facing dog of class. Stretch your hips away from your hands. And lift your right foot up to the sky. This time, taking your foot to parallel the front of your mat, coming into pigeon. Knee bends and connects with the mat. You might have to walk your left foot back a little bit. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you come up, or maybe you fold forward over your leg. Feel the stretch along your right outer hip. Notice if you're still holding any tension there. See if you can release it. Start to roll onto your right hip and swing your left foot around in front of you. Taking head to knee pose. So take your right foot into your upper left thigh. Arms rise up overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, fold over your left knee. Feel the stretch along the back of your left leg. Inhale, sit up. Take your right knee in with your hands and step your right foot to the outside of your left leg, hugging your knee into your chest. This time taking your left arm around your knee, twisting to your right, plant your right hand behind you and twist. Maybe you take your left arm in front and find a little bit of a deeper twist there. Look wherever feels most comfortable to you. Come out of the twist. Release your legs. Come back around, pressing into downward dog. Setting up for pigeon on the second side. Inhale your left leg up. Sweep your left leg in. Drop your left knee to the ground. Walk your right foot back behind you, stretching into the front of the right hip there. Inhale, come up. Choose to stay or fold forward. Again, tune into that left outer hip. Are you holding any tension there that can be released? Breathe into the back of your heart here. And start to roll onto your outer left hip, sweeping your right leg around to the front of your mat. Taking your left foot to your inner right thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Feel the stretch along your entire back body here. Inhale, come up. Take your left knee across your body. Left knee plants around your right foot. Start to twist to the left side of your mat. Left hand comes behind your body. If you want to deepen the twist, take your right arm around your left knee. Twist a little bit more. Let go of the twist. Take both legs out long. Scoot your hips back behind you. Lift your arms up, reach up, and exhale, seated forward fold. When you're ready, come on up. Scoot your feet to the front of your mat and start to lay back down so you're fully on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And release your left leg long, keeping your right knee into your chest. Coming into supine twist, start to take your right foot out to the left side of your body. Coming as far as feels good. Take your arms out wide. Close your eyes. Turn your head to the right or keep looking up. Come back through center. Knees to chest. This time, right leg goes long. Left knee comes over to the right. Closing your eyes and twisting to the left. Come back through center. Hug your knees in. Keeping your knees bent, place your feet on the ground in front of you, just below your bum, coming into bridge pose. Good. Setting up for bridge, take your arms along either side of you. Press into your upper arms, press into your feet, push your hips up. Tuck your chin, press your hips away from you. Feet press down and apart. If you want, you can interlace your fingers behind your back, coming up a little higher. Feel your glutes engage. Ground through the back of your head. Release your hands. Start to lower yourself back all the way down into your mat. Knees come to chest one final time. Rock side to side, releasing your lower back. Maybe take your feet to hands, stretching out happy baby. Rock side to side, come into stillness. Release your feet. Let your legs come long, flop out, arms to either side. Congratulations, you've made it to Shavasana. We'll stay here for 5 minutes. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingers, into your toes. Roll over to one side of your mat. Stay for a breath. Use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. Eyes stay closed. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Bow your head down. Let's take a breath all together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale together once more. Exhale, sigh it out. Thank you all so much for being here together today. Thank yourself for coming to your mat. And thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. We did it.
Thank you, Megan.
That was lovely.
Thanks, babe.
Stay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Wonderful practice.
Thanks for showing up.
Thank you, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. Oh.
Mwah. Love to all.
Thank you, Maggie.
You're welcome, Mom. Thanks for coming.
You did so good.
Oh,
So proud of you. I love you.
I love you too.
Dude, this is so weird that I can see you twice. I never really realized that.
Yeah, I know. I thought about going around to the camera, but this is just right.